and welcome to this week's session of the S.Chablis Q&A. And today we've got a question from Jane in New York who's saying, i.e. you can also age whites, which seems unusual. Is it true? That's the first question. And can you actually age the wines of Chablis? Well, Jane, the answer is yes. And I know tradition seems to push people to think that you can only keep and age reds. But believe me, you can actually keep and age whites. I'm going to concentrate on Burgundy and, of course, Chablis. And that's really the case. You can obviously age an Échezeaux, which is going to be red, but you can try on a Chablis, on a Meursault, on a Puligny. Again, tradition is something that's deeply rooted in everybody's mind, but do try, you can have good surprises. Now, there are things you should be careful about when aging wine, just because it's a process. And you're going to look at different things in white wine keeping, which I'll talk about later. First, let's assume that in Chablis you're going to have a different range, starting with Petit Chablis and Premier Cru and then Grand Cru. And each of those wines are going to keep and age differently. But before that, take into consideration two things. First is, can you keep wine? I'm not saying, are you going to be eager to drink it? I'm saying, have you got an environment that's safe for wine aging? Second question is, do you like old wines? If you come here and listen to what I say to all my customers, that's the main ingredient in wine keeping, in wine aging. Do you like older wines? If you don't, there's probably no point in keeping wine. And you know that a Chablis wine is going to change. You always start with something fresh, fruity, flowery, something dashing, vigorous, and then you're going to end up, when it had time to grow, with something riper, smoother, with touches of honey, with touches of butter. So a flavor and an aromatic profile that's completely different. So again, that's up to you to decide whether you like the younger ones or the older ones. Now, to help you doing so, I always look at three things: acidity, the body of the wine, and then what you like. Again, what you like is going to be the most important thing, because if you are going to age wine, you can't just age one bottle. That's the single mistake you can make, and probably the most important one you can make. And I hear you screaming, yes, but you sell wine, you want to sell more. Of course, you're not going to tell me to buy just one bottle. Of course. But if you just buy one bottle, let's say today you buy a Chablis Premier Cru Fourchaume 2014. I'm going to tell you, Chablis Premier Cru can wait theoretically up to 10 years. So 2014, that's drinking it in 2024. And in 2024, you're going to call me and tell me, that's an amazing wine, I want some more. Chances are, I won't have the 2014 anymore, which is frustrating for you. Now, on the other side, maybe in 2024, you're going to call me and tell me, that was a very bad wine. That wasn't enjoyable for me. And there's not much I can do because I can't, well, I'm not in the bottle, so I don't really know how they evolve unless I taste them. And I'm pretty sure you don't want to invite me every year so I can taste your wines and tell you when to drink them. If you want to, I'll give you my phone number and you can always call me and I'll do that. I'll travel the world for you if I need to do that. So that's why I always say buy at least 3, maybe a bit more, maybe 6. And wine aging is some kind of investment. And you've got to follow the evolution of the wine. Now again, you're going to look at your taste, at the body, at the acidity. When I talk about acidity and body, you need to have some kind of balance in the wine. If acidity is not there anymore, then it's probably the end of the story for that wine. If your body in the wine is not there anymore, that's again a good pointer that the wine is going to die soon. So those are 2 pointers. Now, talking about Chablis, because that's talking a lot to come to that point. Petit Chablis, I would expect, and again, those are only pointers. Petit Chablis, I would expect 2, maybe 3 years. A Chablis, 5 years, maybe 7 on a special batch. Chablis Premier Cru, around 10 years. Chablis Grand Cru, 10, maybe 15, maybe more. But then again, the important thing is, do you like older wines? And the figures I've given you are just the theory. No matter how good or not so good your keeping conditions are, it should be able to withhold that number of years. Obviously, if you can have a cellar or buy a wine fridge, that's better. If not, you're still going to be okay. Just don't keep the wine in an environment that's too warm or in an environment where temperatures rise very high and then go down so low in very quick. Steadiness is the key. Even if it's a bit warmer, steadiness of temperature is going to be key. There you go, Jane. I really hope this is helping you. If you have any other questions, you know how to join me. Bye-bye.